On July 20th, 2012, the newest Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises, was being played in many movie theaters across the nation for a midnight viewing. Once the movie was playing, a little ways into the movie, a young man named James Holmes walked out of the theater and walked back in bearing a handgun, assault rifle, and a few other guns had been found in his vehicle, with more handguns, assault rifles, and shotguns. In Colorado, the ability to get a gun is simple. Walk in and just purchase one. The gun laws in many states are like this and need to be changed. If Colorado had more strict laws, maybe the shooting would not have happened, or maybe it could even have been prevented. Gun laws in many states need to boost their requirements and their laws to prevent things like this from continuing to happen. In the state of New Jersey, you must have a firearms ID card in order to purchase a firearm, a rifle, handgun, shotgun, or ammunition. Also, you must buy a purchase permit for a handgun, which is only valid for 6 months. During that time, you can purchase one gun a month, and the state police will have record of all the transactions. Unlike New Jersey, Colorado does not require a purchase permit or ID card. The only requirement that needs to be met is that the firearm and the purchaser and the seller have complied with the federal law. Colorado needs to increase their ability to purchase handgun like New Jersey. They need to increase their laws. They should be only allowed to purchase one gun every month. Unlike Colorado, there is no limit. James Holmes purchased about 3 to 5 guns in only a few months span and was able to purchase over 6,000 rounds of ammunition off the internet. I believe that if the gun laws were stricter in Colorado, there is a chance that maybe this tragic shooting would not have happened or could have been prevented. Although everyone will have their own opinion on gun laws, I will stick and support my opinion. I like guns, and I have a gun. I have a job where I carry one. But there are people in the world who do not believe in them and want the laws changed about them. New Jersey probably has one of the strictest laws, and they will not change. But after the Columbine and the theater shooting in Colorado, they need to rethink of what they are allowing and not allowing to do. In Colorado, they are looking into changing the laws, but they really need to have some kind of requirement like New Jersey, like I stated. They need to have that ID card, and they need to have more records of what's going on. They just need to be more cautious of what they're doing. In Colorado, I could go out and buy a high-powered AR-15 assault rifle, a 12-gauge shotgun, and a 40 caliber SIG-Sauer handgun, and not need an ID or purchase permit. And also, I could buy 6,000 rounds of ammunition. The store owners just need the serial numbers, the make and model, and caliber. Who says that the government will even look at these shop records and count how many guns each person bought? I could go one day and buy 100 handguns from 100 different shops if I like, and there will be no red flag. I'm not saying that the gun laws there need to be just like New Jersey, but they need to make it a little more difficult to purchase these weapons and ammunition. In Colorado, because you don't need a purchase permit or your firearms ID card, you could just go online to certain websites and order this large amount of ammunition. I know when you say New Jersey, you need to give them your ID card number and a lot of other information in order for them to even ship it to your house in New Jersey. Colorado, in the articles I've read online, that they can go online and just put in all their information. Like I could put in my first name, my address, my telephone number, and everything, and I can just have it shipped to my house like I was just buying anything else off the internet, which really isn't great. According to a video posted on the Washington Post, gun sales the week after the shooting went up 40%. If the state of Colorado does not want to boost the firearms purchase security, they should at least put a control on the amount of ammunition they can purchase. I read an article on Google from the Christian Science Monitor stating that there are 2 legislators urging to put a restriction on the ammunition. So they feel that if they put a restriction on the ammunition, it'll kind of tighten the amount of ammo that they'll be able to shoot. Obviously, 6,000 rounds is a lot of rounds. I mean, even if someone has a clip for their handgun, that's 12. That's more than enough to kill amount of people. So they really need to increase their security. Colorado, Pennsylvania, and a lot of states down south, all you need is just a driver's license. So if I lived in Pennsylvania, I could just walk into a gun store in Pennsylvania, hand them my driver's license, and I could say, hey, I want that .45 caliber gun in the cabinet. And they'll write up paperwork, and I'll be able to take that gun home that day. They do have records of all of these guns that James Holmes purchased, but the only thing is there was no red flag sent up. He passed his background, because every gun store needs to do a background, and they come back within 30 minutes, and he was clear. So there was really no red flag to be sent up like, hey, this is a little fishy, it's a little weird that he's buying this gun. He was just like any other person in Colorado wanting to purchase a gun. He also, with that being said, he also could go to other stores and just go out and buy these things. And I believe that they need to have a strict law. Like I stated, they don't need to be like New Jersey, but there needs to be more of a requirement, other than just, hey, I have your serial number, your house number, and the make and model and caliber of the weapon. There needs to be more. There needs to be that time frame where they can purchase a gun. There should be only a certain amount of they can buy during this time, or during a year they can only buy, say, 3 handguns, and they can only buy, say, a box of 50 rounds. I mean, 50 is still a lot, but compared to the amounts that you can get offline and on the internet, I mean, they need to very put a lot of thought into what they're going to do with these laws. And with 2 major shootings in Colorado in the last, say, 10 years, they really need to rethink this. Now, with 12 families without their loved one and 58 others injured, there needs to be a change with this shooting overtaking the Columbine. This needs to show Colorado to open their eyes and crack down more on their laws and requirements. Firearms are not a toy, and they are not always bad, but regardless, I believe the laws need to be changed, and more thought needs to be present when thinking of these new laws. Not saying that guns are bad, the laws are wrong, but there needs to be that more of a hammer down on these things. And who knows if the law is going to change or not. Colorado may not want to change the law. They might just change the ammunition quantity that they can have. And with that being said, regardless of who you are, you'll still be able to have your firearm and whatnot. But with Colorado going through the problems that they're having today, they really need to change. And like I said, it shouldn't be, I don't believe in any state having purchasing of firearms to be so easy. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that I could just walk in, pick out what I want, and leave that day. Or I don't believe in just going online, ordering all this ammunition, and just giving you my basic information, like I said before, my name, my address, my phone number. There needs to be more. People need to speak up more, and there needs to be more security from the NRA, the National Rifle Association, and from the government. There needs to be more of a hammer put down. And now there's 12 families that don't have that loved one, and 58 others that may not have full use of their arm anymore, or their hand, or their ability to walk. And because of a simple law that they put down as a basic ruling. So my persuasive speech was kind of just to give a point and to kind of persuade others to think more of the gun laws, and that it's easier than you think to order things online, and it's easier than you think in some other states to purchase these weapons and handguns. Right in New Jersey, thankfully, doesn't have that problem. We haven't had any massive shootings like this, but it can happen anywhere. And the ability that people have to get these things and have their hands on them, you never know.